Starsector.
I'm kind of digging the art style.
This was made in JavaScript.
Whoa.
Yep. And the developer is a really cool guy. He's super talented, super responsive, yada yada yada.
When you said developer, one guy?
Yep. This is a one-man project.
Nice.
And
Very nice.
it's been going for like 5 or 6 years now, maybe longer.
Really?
So this is unmodded,
Okay.
and vanilla Starsector still pretty deep. First thing we gotta do is make our character. We are one man,
Okie dokie.
or woman, or something else, and we got all these fortresses to choose from.
Ah, the one with the helmet on where you can't see their face. It's more mysterious that way.
Which one?
Yeah. No, go down. You had it. No. Up. Give me the controller. The one where you can't see their face. You're close. Underneath the red guy. That one. Yeah.
So just pick random if you don't feel like choosing.
Now we need a name. Okay, that's powerful. Keep the Donaldson.
Oh,
How
I can't,
about...
but I'll remember it.
Oh.
Hmm. Yeah, we only got a name.
How about Olympus Donaldson? Yes, Olympus Donaldson. That's perfect. I am Olympus, son of Donald.
Just enough.
It's perfect.
So yeah,
It was meant to be.
This is self-explanatory. Got smaller sector size if I guess your computer is a potato. And this is a little more relevant with the latest update, 0.9a.
Is this like Dwarf Fortress years it'll take to generate?
It'll
then?
it'll affect what the stores are around the sector outside what's pre-made.
I see.
So hotter stars, more minerals. This habitable worlds is kind of Master Orion-ish. Balance mix, cooler, fewer planets, less minerals, more habitable worlds, and a mix.
And then just a mixture.
We'll just keep it on mix. So this
Mix seems like the best. Okay.
I'm pretty sure these two options are new.
Okay.
But yeah, now we choose our starting fleet of ships, or ship, depending. So
I see.
Don't worry if you don't know what any of these things are. That's fine. I can't explain every ship. It would take all day and all day tomorrow if we were doing mods right now. Wolf class frigates are very quick, very shooty, die quickly. This is a combat freighter, so you'll be less gung-ho in combat, more picking shit up in space.
Right.
And then you got these two advanced starts.
A cruiser. It says faster start.
Yep, that means because you actually start with several ships.
Oh.
You also get like a tanker and I think a frigate and then a couple other combat frigates on this. And this you get the hammerhead and like 3 more combat ships and I don't think you have a freighter or a tanker. So it might be difficult moving outside of your starting solar system. Until you make some money. I usually win with this for the most part because
Mercenary.
Explorer, because that's the big thing in 0.9a, colonizing. So now there's a reason to survey planets. But, if any of these jump out at you.
Well, let's do what you're comfy with. We'll be loading the game anyway.
That's
after a
right.
little bit.
And then finally, you can decide whether to play on normal or on easy. I'm garbage at this game, at least piloting anything smaller than a capital ship. So I always
Easy's
play on
fine.
easy. And finally, tutorial.
You know what you're doing, so you can skip that.
Yeah, I can explain things. And here's your
skills.
Yep, here's your character skills screen. Got 4 categories: combat, leadership, technology, and industry.
Surgery, first aid, inventory management.
Patch industry wasn't super important unless you were playing mods, which can, yes, you can mod all these skills. Because you couldn't own planets, so this didn't have much point. Also, this has gone through like 4 revisions. It started out like you would have skill points and then character aptitude points, and this would go up to like 10 and give you tiny bonuses. But that's all gone now. It's just character points, and this does nothing. This is just the gate to get into the good shit.
Okay.
So combat is basically always your ship. You got good shit like 50% acceleration and what's the other one? Yeah,
Paint the ship
maneuverability.
red.
hmm And then leadership is your fleet, but also if you're manning a carrier, there's a bunch of carrier skills in here like fighter doctrine, less crew loss, faster replacement, which matters because another thing he kind of reworked in 0.9a, I'm pretty sure this wasn't in 0.8, is the way fighters and carriers work. Back when they first were introduced, fighters were just another ship you bought, and then they had like replacements that would come in as they were destroyed if you had a carrier, I believe. If you didn't, then once that ring that you brought in was destroyed, that'd be it. But now, the way fighters work is they are part of a ship's loadout, and ships have like a separate meter for replacing fighters.
So I have a quick one. Are you able to pilot fighters
No.
in this? I see. Not
No.
even mods do that?
No. I mean, you
I see.
could make a ship that is fighter sized and basically copies everything from a fighter and pilot that. You would die incredibly quickly, but you could do it.
I imagine. Yeah.
And then text
But
got
at least for now, you're not capable of just being a pilot in a carrier's fleet.
Yeah, no. Also, you cannot like make your ship a part of someone else's fleet. That would require a lot of reworking on the campaign map, but I'm sure some modder will eventually look at it and go, I want this. Probably. That's usually how it goes. And in tech you got like fleet movement and flux. What's that? Well, we'll talk about that when we're in the game, because that's
Okay.
the entire crux around which fleet combat works. But you got like maximum burn level, which is how fast you go. Less fuel consumption, which only matters in hyperspace. Again, we'll get into that when we get in the game. And then down here you got stuff like salvage and not just administration of the colony, which work kind of weird. Again, we'll get into it, but just keep in the back of your mind that the way production on colonies work is weird in this.
Okay. Weird colonies. Moving trees?
Maybe.
I do not like moving trees.
Again, we're going explore, so if we were going like heavy into survey, I'd probably like start with this tree where we'd like get more chance to salvage ship from enemy fleets and more resources recovered from abandoned stations and other derelicts, because that also accounts for rare items you can recover, and there's some good shit out there that you want. I'm not sure. I don't think this counts for surveys though. Yeah, I don't think this counts for surveys, but it's you can find abandoned research stations, and I'm pretty sure this counts for that. And yes, they have the good shit. But we're in command of a fleet, so I guess. Yeah, I mean we're gonna need a load to save, so we'll just go with movement. This one is really good because that final level is 10% ordnance points. Again, we'll get into that in a moment. So it'll simulate 2 months of gameplay just so the economy settles a bit.
Right.
Makes
this, sense.
This has the economy is a little unstable in the latest patch. Alex is the developer is already working on 0.91. Hopefully,
well, here we are.
You jigger it. Yep. So here we are. This is.
Is that Earth?
No. So the backstory of the game is humanity expanded into the stars, called itself the Domain. They use like giant jump gates to do so. And there's one down here.
Mass Effect relays.
Then something happened, and all the gates shut down. Which means this sector is now isolated from the rest of humanity. And shit kind of broke down, and then one of the battle fleets of the Legion managed to make it through this gate, and they set themselves up as a emergency military government, calling themselves a hegemony. And it's supposed to like bring this little corner space under a temporary emergency military government until the gates come back up or the Domain pops by. But it's not just them. Start with a few factions. You got the Luddites, because we all need like a generic bad guy, and that's the Luddic path.
Chaotic evil.
The church's thing is just they don't like AIs and don't really believe that humanity should be spacefaring. And the Luddic path is just, you know, your local extremists. They're here and they want you dead because you are in space.
They're in space.
Yeah, but they're only in space so you can be out of space. Aha.
Not enough space for both of you, so.
Then you got the Persean League, which, as you can see the text down here, was formed to counter the hegemony. Because one of the first things the hegemony did was come in and, well, the local government tried to resist them, and, well, the hegemony was blowing the shit out of their fleets. The Luddite Church,
resisting the hegemony,
or the Path, came by and nuked their homeworld. It was over here, and it was a Terran world, and now it's a desert world.
It's gone now.
And then over here is the Syndrian Diktat, which was founded by a rogue admiral of the hegemony. I guess you can think of them as sort of, but not really, North Korea.
Aha!
Unlike the rest of these guys, the Diktat only has a single system to its name, which is Asconia. Yep, Syndria. And then you got Tritachyon, because every space sim needs a mega corporation.
Of course.
This is the high-tech faction. And then you just got your Independence, which is like a catch-all. And, of course, space pirates. Now, another thing is, all these factions have ships.
Are the ships generated?
No, they're not generated, but they're all unique to that faction. And what was I going to say? So when you fight a hegemony fleet, you will know eventually, I guess, with experience. Like, I'm going to face like these types of ships. Like, let's see, like their capital ship is this. So if you fight a big ass fleet, you know you're gonna probably encounter one of those. And also you can hover over them on the map. You can kind of see all those little ships and like, that's the outline of an onslaught. Maybe I won't fight that fleet. Or maybe I'll just be more prepared. Also you can zoom out super far, which kind of, I guess, helps. So the interface. Got money, got supplies, which you need to, is basically food for you and your ships.
Sure.
So with a modest amount because we have a fleet to begin with. And you've got crew, which has been rejiggered quite a bit. It used to have like tiers, like green to elite, and elite would cost more than green, and they did away with that because that was, I guess, kind of micromanaging, and they would each take up an individual slot, and it just kind of became a mess over time, and a lot of people would just kind of sell off the elite crew because they cost too much, even though they would give like minor bonuses to ships. But yeah, here's fuel, which only comes into play in hyperspace, and now in planetary bombardment, because fuel is made from antimatter.
Oh.
So yeah, you just destabilize the whatever inside the fuel to make the antimatter expose or whatever, and you just drop them on the planet. Aha.
Makes sense.
Yep. And we also have some heavy machinery, which is a good required for salvaging. If you have enough to meet the salvage challenge, then it will give you more stuff. And if you didn't,
Looks like a sewing machine.
kind of does. I think it's like a lathe, an industrial lathe or something.
I see.
You got burn level, which, well, it's how fast you go. It goes up to 20. Although, under certain circumstances, it can go faster. And then you got combat readiness, which here it's an amalgamation of all the ships in your fleet. Because they each have their own level of combat readiness. If it drops below, I think...
Okay.
If it drops below about 30%, it will start running risks of malfunctions in combat. Which can be anything from, this turret shut down, to, oops, there goes one of my engines.
Oh.
Ha! Oh, yes.
Whoops, the singularity has been released.
Pretty much. Although, I'm pretty sure none of them will, like, actually destroy the engine. But it will knock it out for a while, and it will alter the way the ship flies, because you just lost an engine, dumbass. Haha.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And yes, of course, shooting at one will achieve the same result. You got your hull and armor status. Again, obviously that's per ship, amalgamated down here for your convenience. And if your ships are damaged, how long it takes to repair them. And then you got sensor range and detection range. This is how far you see and how far you are seen. I don't know what this little dots next to the thing is. I'm sure that's fine. So, so you can just bump into neutral fleets and it'll be like, hello. They'll have random text. Yep, these guys are neutral to me, so, well, slightly favorable to me, so like, they don't really give a shit about me at all. And you got skills down here. Transponder, this is your IFF. If you turn off, then anyone who cares about that sort of thing will immediately make a beeline towards the fleet and say, what the fuck are you doing? Are you a pirate? Turn that thing on. This will be if the exception is in hyperspace, The last patch, factions still cared if you were transponderless in hyperspace, but now they don't. So everyone goes dark in hyperspace. And speaking of, you can also go darker, which, as you can see, makes you less detectable, but halves your speed. Which, well, if you turn this off and turn this on, this gets much smaller. And as you might expect, being in, like, say, an asteroid belt also makes you much harder to detect. You got a sensor burst, which, as you may imagine, helps identify fleets that are around you. This will also force you to come to a stop. You got emergency burn, which consumes some fuel.
Giving it all she's got.
And then you've got sustained burn, which makes it much harder to turn, but doubles your speed. Also comes on much faster nowadays. Used to take like 3 or 4 seconds in the last patch. You got scavenge, which if you're near a debris field, might let you pull some supplies and fuel and whatnot out of it. Although that can eventually become like dangerous because you've picked it too much and that field too much, and you might lose crew or heavy machinery trying to get more. Then you got this little annoyance over here, interdiction pulse, which interrupts all these movement abilities and forces the fleets to come to a stop for like a second.
Ow. One whole
And
second.
the AI...
Difference between life and death sometimes.
And the AI will use this quite freely. Very freely. And then if you run out of fuel in hyperspace, you can fire this off and hope you don't get pirates. A distress call.
The pirate call.
So we're gonna go over here where there's a pirate station and get into a little bit of combat.
Oh boy.
So this looks even, but you might notice these little orange pips next to a ship. You notice that we've got some too. These are D mods. D mods are damage mods, which is to say they degrade something on the ship, but also make it cheaper to deploy and maintain. So these guys are all fucked in some manner, except for this guy who's slightly less fucked. So you got compromised hull, which reduces hull HP, faulty power grid, which I forget, but it's just something bad. Degraded engines is really bad because that degrades your burn speed by like 1 and also in combat speed. Unreliable subsystems, which affects CR, combat readiness, which I'm just going to call that for the sake of brevity. Affects that badly. And glitch sensor rate, which is the other bad one, which I believe reduces... I think it reduces weapon range, but also sensor strength and increases sensor profile. So detection range and being detected range.
So a lot to take in here, it looks like.
Also, I have dead move on, but
of course you do.
Like I said, I'm not very good at this game.
Well, whatever makes it fun for you, in my opinion.
And in my opinion, for me at least, it does. So yeah, we're gonna move in to engage these assholes because I'm sure we can take them. Alright, so we're in combat.
Really is Mountain Blade in space.
So when you first start, it'll have the reinforcement screen up. So there's a battle size, which I modded slightly to be 600 instead of 500, which may or may not be slightly more than my computer can handle. But it's fine.
So is this game really CPU intensive then? Because it doesn't look like it'd be very graphical intensive.
No, it's very pretty, but yeah, it's CPU intensive. In fact, on the main map there up here, you can see the version. You might notice also CPU idle percentage.
Oh.
So, deployment, pretty self-explanatory. Bigger ships cost more. You can see the cost right here. It's only 3 for this little drone tender, but it's 18 for a capital ship.
Okay. As long as that doesn't add up to 600, you're good. No,
so
wait,
600 is divided between two sides. If your fleet like massively outnumbers the other side, you get a deployment bonus, which is taken from the enemy side. So if you go into an enemy that has a shitload of ships, even if they're really small, they'll get more deployment points because they outnumber you.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. And you can press G to bring this up and send it away. You got your tactical map. You can send orders to your ships, which cost command points.
Okay.
You get 1 command point every 120 seconds by default. There are some skills I showed you in the leadership that will affect that, make it faster. You got 2 general orders, full assault, full retreat, pretty self-explanatory. The AI is cautious by default, because Alex has decided it's better that the player gets annoyed that they aren't engaging than they get annoyed that they're destroying the ships every time they fight.
Yeah, instead of being suicidal.
But good news, there are officers you can assign to ships. And those guys go
good.
from timid, which as it says will try to stay out of weapon range, cautious, which will try to stay at the longest weapon range, steady, which is basically the AI but better, aggressive, which will try to stay in range of all of its weapons, and reckless, which will basically rub their nose in the enemy until one of them explodes.
Ramming speed!
Drive me closer, I want to hit them with my sword! So down here you got orders.
Load the chainsaw!
So you got orders down here, you got ship orders that affect the ship. So you can say like, I want this to have a light escort, which will be like a single frigate up to heavy, which is like a bunch of ships. And then you have down here, you can transfer your command. So you say, I don't want to command this big giant ass fucking ship. I want to go command this darty little freighter or whatever. You can show your video feed, which will just snap your camera to that point until you try to move it. Got more info in case you have no idea what the fuck this thing is. Got search and destroy, which is basically the default order, I believe. And you got retreat and get the fuck out of there, retreat, and reset.
Why hasn't anyone mounted a chainsaw to a space cruiser yet?
There's a mod faction that has a hammer on a ship.
Holy shit!
I like that faction. It's got like Star Wars noises. So, before we get into combat, you notice there's 2 bars here. You got your hull, which, well, it's
all in shield, right?
It's your fucking hull. And you got flux. Everything,
flux capacitors.
Everything in this in battle, except for like just flying around, costs flux. Costs voice cracks. So I didn't really show the other big thing about this game before getting into combat, but we'll get into it after this. All weapons have a flux cost associated to them, except for, I think, missiles. And even commanding... So there's, because we're not on a carrier, I can't really show this, but there are 2 fire stances. There's regroup, which just has them hang around the carrier, and engage. If you set them to engage, it will cost a minimum amount of flux. I think it's like 5 or 10%. Not very much, but at 0 flux, you get a speed bonus, which is 50% of your max. And it counts. Most ships have a special, so we have an active flare launcher for incoming missiles. You push F and it does whatever the special for the ship is. So the way flux works is most ships have a shield, There's also weird ships called phase ships, which dip into alternate reality or whatever, and cannot be hit by anything, but you build up flux really fast, and also makes them move very quick because they're experiencing
Now,
time
I notice
dilation.
something. The shields are on the front. Now, do those only cover the front?
So most ships have like an arc to their shield, but some ships have omni shields, which react to your mouse cursor and will point in
I
that
see.
direction.
So that's an interesting way to do it. I like that. Rather than every ship having a full shield, just being a second health bar, there are weak points, and there's even the skill element to it, like you just described.
And like I said, everything costs flux. If you keep your shield up, it will build a certain amount of flux. If it gets hit, that's more flux, baby.
This has gotten pretty fascinating, actually, the way this guy's done
And
this. Now I see the shield is fully covering now.
This ship has a full shield, which is pretty rare.
Okay. Now, I see. Is it building up flux as it's on, or only as it absorbs hits, or both?
Shields have a base, very small flux cost. So yes, it is building flux by itself. And there's not just flux, there's soft and hard flux. Weapons cause soft flux. Getting hit on your shields causes hard flux. And maybe some other things will also cause hard flux. Soft flux Soft flux will dissipate with your shields up. Hard flux will not.
You don't want to soft flux the game.
So you can also vent flux by hitting on my keyboard V, which will shut down all your weapons until it's done, including your shield.
Okay.
So if you've got a lot of flux, it might be a good idea, but make sure the enemy doesn't say have anti-ship torpedoes. Haha.
Now, in this game, do shields block everything, or do, like,
there are some EMP
what am I
weapons
looking
that
for?
might penetrate shields. They're not guaranteed, and there's a skill that will make it less likely for them to penetrate. So, you might notice something interesting about this guy. He did not raise any shields, because he doesn't have any.
He's an idiot. He's a pirate. Pirates are stupid. We know this.
He's flying a ship called a Cerberus, which has no shields and instead relies on armor. We have lasers, which are basically useless against shields, but they're lasers. They just keep hitting you.
That's what I meant. I guess it's a difference between lasers and kinetic weapons.
There's several weapon types. There's energy, and ballistics are divided into several categories, as are missiles. And missiles can also be weird and modded and whatever.
Divided further.
So, we'll get into that more when I do the thing I mentioned.
Okay.
So you hit R to target, and yep, you can
Just enjoy the fireworks.
Yeah, you can set weapons to auto fire, which is good because this does the weapon grouping thing of Mech Warrior.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I played a little of MechWarrior 4 Vengeance, so I know you group your weapons in such a way that when you hit a button, it fires those weapons.
And you can kind of think of flux like heat in a way, I suppose.
Yeah.
And a nice thing that was not in the game initially is missiles will go through friendly ships, as will point defense weapons for the most part, and so will fighters.
Oh, okay.
Fighters can just go through friendly ships. What was I going to say? Oh no.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in here. Like I said,
you see this little outline of his ship, and you see how some is darker. That is
his front nose is gone.
That's the armor plating. We've peeled away his armor, and we're now doing hull damage. That's the red number. Yellow is armor, blue is shield.
Did you say red was armor?
Red is hull, yellow
Of
is
course
armor.
it is.
Yep, because red numbers are important.
Yeah. Oh, well, bye-bye.
Yep. I was kind of close to him, so he kind of whited out the screen. That's another thing he changed, thankfully. Initially, all explosions would just white out the screen.
Fuck. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was super annoying and basically made me not watch ships explode ever. I just hang out in the tactical screen. So here's a wolf. This is a pirate variant. It's attack variant, which so there's not just ships. There are variants, which are basically how the game decides what kind of weapons and loadout it has. As you can see, small ship, small explosion.
And so you're not necessarily blowing them up. You've disabled a couple.
Yeah, so ships won't always just explode into a million pieces. They can also just be disabled, which, well, we might see something come of that after the battle. But yeah, as you can see, even though the pirates were equal numbers into all ships and actually had like one or two more, because of those D mods and the fact that they're pirate variants, they're actually not very challenging. And yeah, as you saw, that ship actually exploded.
You just kind of rolled up on some looters with your army of Swadian knights.
More like second level
Men-at-arms.
troops, yeah.
Men-at-arms. Men-at-arms.
So, after each battle, well, you'll always get continue, but you can also get this option. Consider ship recovery. And we rolled a little good, I guess.
Oh.
We can pick from any of
Okay.
the ships we disabled. That won't always happen. There's a salvage skill which affects it. There's another salvage skill which affects how many demons they come with, but these guys all had a full lot of D-mods.
I was going to ask, is there any way to get rid of those D-mods?
There is. So,
Okay.
I guess well, I mean, my ships have D-mods, so I don't really need taking any of these to show it off. We can recover them if we want, but as you can see, it will cost more supplies just to recover them. And then, of course, they need a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
If ships do not have a skeleton crew, it will start affecting your combat readiness very quickly.
Of course.
So I guess
I mean,
we'll just take the biggest one, which is a combat freighter, I guess. And then you'll get pick through the wreckage. It dumps all the goodies onto the screen. So we got a Reaper torpedo. These are like the best anti-ship torpedoes. You look at that damage. Yeah.
Let's see here.
4,000. For reference, this light machine gun, it does 25 times 5.
Well, 156 per every second.
This other
So if you
torpedo.
just sustain fire for 40 seconds.
Oh yeah, it also tells you like flux per second, per shot, per damage. So how efficient it is. Machine guns are pretty efficient. And over here, this other torpedo only does 1,500 damage. But you got two of them in this mount. And of course, you'll usually get some supplies and fuel from blowing up the ships. And we got their cargo capacity, so we'll just take all of it.
Ah, yes, I see. Your crew is cargo.
Yes, they have their own like section, so they don't actually take up cargo space, but they're on your inventory. And we leveled up quite a bit from that. Actually, we got 5 levels out of that.
Out of just that?
Yep. It'll
Wow.
slow down a lot towards the end.
Okay.
So yeah, you cannot apply more than your gate skill. So we'll just get into that so we go faster. And I don't know, I think that was...
Watch out for that asteroids. Okay.
Yep, so going through asteroid fields is in the newest patch, make one bounce off the drive bubble, which basically means it doesn't cause any damage, but it makes you go a little slower and knocks you around a little.
Of course.
So here's a planet.
Consider your military options.
we can consider engaging the Star Fortress in orbit around Jangala.
This sounds like a great idea.
It would have
Let's see here.
one of the fleets is nearby. These guys down here.
Right.
So these, it's heavy support cruiser and balance cruiser and super support destroyer, and these frigates would all join in. If we had marines, we could, and their fortress was disabled, you could raid the surface, which, or we could just bombard it. And
Changes
that
the game
would
into
affect
Mountain
this
Blade.
screen.
Oh, getting kind of paradox up in this.
A little bit. So this looks big and scary, but it's not. So if this was ours, we could build a structure ourselves. And this is not the most developed planet, but I guess it will do. Also, I'll get into it more when I load a save. The gist of it is, over here is your market, which is how much stuff you produce on this planet. If it's a cog, it means this planet produces it. If it's an arrow with a box down, you import it. Box up means you export it. And if it's your faction symbol, it means inter-faction trading, supplies, whatever this planet doesn't have. And you got cost and growth and so on.
Right.
So if we bombarded it, it would affect the stability. If a planet stays at 0 stability too long, it destabilizes and basically becomes a neutral planet with no colony on it.
Ah. Kind of dark.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If so, you can also can't really show it on this one, but I have dev mode engaged, so I can do something like this. Now we're over here in this planet. This planet's a little more built up, and it has something very special in one of its building slots. So there are two special items right now for colonies. If this planet had a fuel refinery, we could see one. Well, actually, that's only in the Syndrome Dictac, but that's fine. But this orbital works has a nanoforge in it. Not just any nanoforge, a pristine nanoforge.
Really, really, really tiny forge.
Uh-huh. There's also corrupted forges.
Little smaller than the fun-sized forge.
So, let's get into that other screen I'd mentioned. So, here's the other
what's
thing
this?
about ships. You can customize them.
Design.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, there are ship mount types, energy, ballistic, missiles, and some ships have Omni. Again, pretty mech warrior-like. You asked if you could get rid of D-mods. You can for a large price tag. 23,000 for this ship. But let's see what happens if you have a shitload of D-mods. It's on, say, a ship you want. Well, that's still not very much, but...
Oh, okay, for all your money.
But, yeah, trust
Well, that's
me...
all your starting money.
Yeah. And trust me, it only goes up as the ship sizes go up. So yeah, this ship is pretty fucked up. This is all the bow damage, because, you know, it blew up. If you want, you can either sit in space and repair it yourself, or you can, at a planet, repair them for an immediate upfront cost. Usually, I think it's cheaper to do the upfront. I think it simulates to like going into dry dock and stuff. So over here is where fighters are. You can so fighters have an ordnance cost, which is basically how much you can deck out a ship, and each ship tends to have its own maximum, which, as you might imagine, goes up as ship sizes go up. So this guy has 45, and it's a support carrier, a light one. while our cruiser has 140. And it's got a lot more weapons. And over here, all features and mods. So a D mod, as I said, it's bad, but you can also add good mods, like an unstable injector, which increases top speed depending on what size class it is, but also degrades weapon range and fighter replacement time. Or you can go whole hog and override those safeties, because who needs these things? And that will increase the top speed by 50, 30, 20, meaning capitals can't do this. And it will also increase the flux dissipation rate by a factor of 2, but it reduces peak performance time by 1/3, and reduces weapon range by a flat 450 units. So,
Very nice.
Going a little more into flux, you got capacitors and vents. Capacitors, as you might imagine, is how much you can capacitate.
They couldn't resist, could they? He could not resist flux capacitor. According to this guy, the cost is the same whether you repair in space or at a station. It's just that stations are instant.
Yeah, that is nice. And vents influence how quick you dissipate flux naturally.
Okay.
I think it influences...
More events.
Yeah. Influences how fast you flux when you do it manually. And then over here you got your weapon groups, which will helpfully tell you how much flux per second they cost to fire. This guy only has that, but our cruiser has quite a bit more.
I see.
Yeah.
Now that ship you were on had fighter bays, it looked like.
Yep. So you got fire bays over here. Fighters have their own ordnance costs, because carriers aren't going to be decked out in weapons. They're going to be filled with fighters and stuff. So we got some choices here. Got these bombers.
How deep do we go on fighters? Do pilots play a role in this at all, or are they just, for all intents and purposes, piloted missiles?
So there's drones, which have no crew in it, as you can see on that technical data. Crew per fighter. So these fighters have 1, but these bombers have 2 crew. And when they get blown up, whoops, there goes some crew. Which you might...
The individual crew don't play any role in how good they are.
No.
Okay. No ace pilots, huh?
No, not yet, at least.
Not yet.
You could, I guess you
Sure,
can
that
have
has to be on the
fudge
docket.
it earlier with elite crew, but So yeah, you got all your mods over here. You can also do auto fit down here, which will give you the types of ship this hull is. So like over here, you got support, which would give it a MRM, medium range missile pod, just like Mech Warrior again, by autocannons and 2 Talon interceptors. Or Nitsa Strike would give it a pylon long range missile, like machine gun, bombers, and attack, which give it some broadsword heavy fighter rings. So even though it says this is what it will give them, the carrier, the officers of the carrier are what will make a carrier incredibly powerful. And in fact, carriers are kind of one of the things right now, along with capitals, because of fighters and the way they work, and the way officers' skills will make them extremely powerful. I guess I'll show some of the skills in a moment. So even though you click on this, it doesn't guarantee you'll get those weapons and fighters and so on, because you still have to buy them from the market.
Of course.
There are also black markets on planets, which have their own set of foibles. If you buy from them, here's the market screen, you will generate suspicion.
You don't say.
So but you can also cover that by selling on the open market. So if I like sold all this metal, and then bought something cheap on the black market, like a couple of supplies, that legal transaction would cover that illegal one to an extent.
Well, he bought some on the black market, but then he bought a candy bar at the cashier, so we're good. He's good, legit.
Oh, it does that. Yeah, so there's these options down here to add reinforced bulkheads and blast doors.
Doesn't work.
Apparently it always does it, but I mean, they're pretty good things to have on AI ships, because if the AI gets stuck in, it tends to get stuck in pretty hard. Reinforced bulkheads, 40% more hull integrity, and blast doors is 20% more, and halves crew casualties from hull damage. You know, nice to have.
I see. It really likes bulkheads and blast doors.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Of course.
The two most important parts of a starship.
So this is like the officer screen, which I don't have any right now. But you can command up to 20, which is I modded because I like officers, and I don't think it's really makes a lot of, it's not very fun to just have like 5 or 6 when AI fleets can have 10 or 12 themselves.
Oh, of course. Of course they can.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of makes this skill kind of less impressive, because it only gets you 2 per level. But
nice.
Oh well. But
so
yeah.
are officers named?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, their own name, their own portrait, and the level up system is you pick from 2 skills, and it's either they gain a new one or they upgrade the one they already have. So yeah, like here's one for fighters. 50% less damage taken for all fighters in fleet. 50%
that
faster.
Sounds good.
50% minus 15% crew loss. I don't think officers can have this, but you can. But officers can have this minus 20% damage and 20% faster replacements. 20% more damage to ships of destroyer size and bigger. Let's see. Yeah, got it. It's very, very powerful if you go all in on fighters. Yeah, low officer limit makes small fleets of small ships pretty much useless. What Doc is saying in the chat.
Yeah.
There's also a comm directory, where you can find, oh look, a mercenary officer. Oh, I see. This guy is reckless.
He sounds like the perfect fit for Olympus, son of Donald's fleet.
So officers have their own small monetary upkeep per month. Unless you're majorly fucking up or getting fucked up, you'll cover it pretty easily. I think crew also has an upkeep, which again is not very big, especially with this small of a fleet and crew. But yes, on the fleet screen is where you assign captains. This guy has strike commanders, so
Pluto.
Pluto Joiner. Give you his monthly salary and all his skills.
Should probably give him a ship with some good armor.
What I like to do is put aggressive officers in really big ships. You know,
of course.
You know, meat shields. This guy's supposed to be out there in front tanking, so yeah, put an aggressive guy in there. Of course, this guy will probably end up like rubbing this carrier against a wolf or something.
That's right, that is a carrier.
So a nice thing is, let's say you've like just bought this ship and you've slapped a bunch of weird weapons on it, you don't know how it's gonna work. Well, just come down
saw
here
that
to
option.
run the simulation, and let's put it against an onslaught and see how it does.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right, let's see.
Let's see
it
what an
does.
onslaught can do.
So
Let's see
this
why
is
it's
an
named
onslaught.
that. Mm-hmm.
All right, so some bullets. Oh well, there go the fighters.
It's fine. Let's just fly a
why
little
you don't
closer.
Well, that's why you don't put security officers in the fighter craft. God, who let that red shirt fly?
I think it's going pretty well.
Well, he's not dead yet. Oh,
Good simulation.
I see.
But yeah, the thing people usually do is there's this mod that has like just a box that has appropriate level armor for what type of tech it is, because ships are also kind of divided into low, midline, and high tech.
Okay.
And they kind of like generalize towards certain things for each tech level. Low tech tends to have a lot of armor and very low, very bad at venting or maintaining a lot of flux. Midline on midline, high tech tend to have very thin armor, but very good at absorbing and dealing with flux. I think that's about it for the basics.
All right. Will any of that be on the test?
Oh, this is all a test.
Oh, so it's a good thing I've not been taking notes, is what you're saying.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a good analogy, as Doc said, is low is 40k orcs, midline is Imperial ships, and high is Eldar. Like I said, Tri-Tac or high tech. I think Hegemony is more of low tech, mid tech, and like Path.
Well, they're
tends to have
high,
low
so-
tech.
Oh, illegal commodities. Never mind.
Uh huh. So factions have illegal commodities. Like these guys decide that harvested organs are illegal, along with drugs
no
and
fun.
weapons and AI cores. But the church doesn't mind weapons. They ban luxury goods instead.
So, which guys are the party? Which one's the party faction that is okay with recreational drugs?
The pirates and Tri-Tac.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're fine then.
Tri-Tac is okay with everything except AI cores. Or are they?
Of course.
And the Persian League is also okay with weapons. But yeah, unless you have a lot of questions or something, we can...
So, did we have to buy fighters to fill the bays, or is that
Yes.
automatic?
So, the way it works is, there's these things called limited production chips, which is basically just, these. They... so the lore explains it as carriers actually have like a manufactory on board, and as fighters get destroyed, they build more, and that's what these things are. They're design blueprints in an iPad or whatever.
Ouch. So that still means every fighter that gets destroyed is one crew down.
Yep, unless they're drones.
Yeah.
And so you may have noticed that modulus for ships is kind of anemic. That's because 0.9 or 0.8, I think it's 0.9. They made it so you find iPads with the mods on them, and then you either buy them or find them, and you right-click them to learn what they do, and then you can use them.
I'm thinking it kind of reminded me of the Protoss carrier in that she has to build fighters.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, but go ahead.
And with point 9, there are now blueprints, which factors into the way colonies work, which is something I'll get into when we load the older save. Which, again, unless you have anything specific you want to see first, we can get into.
Well, I think that Son of Donald should try to assault a planet and take over the place, you know? Go down in a blaze of glory. I mean, you know.
You really want me to see? You want me to see he attack the Star Fortress?
Fuck the hegemony. Take him out.
Hegemony is pretty shitty. I'm not even sure we'll get near the Star Fortress.
This is a good idea that I've had.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw that tanker in too. Let's see how close we get to that Star Fortress.
Alright. Here we go.
Yep, so
I've got a great feeling about this. So is that the Star Fortress?
Star bases are a new-ish thing. They were in point 8, but point 9 has made them much more relevant to being a thing.
So, oh god, how big? Oh well, actually, I'll save that question for a bit later. So, what's the defeat condition in these battles?
Your fleet gets blown up.
The entire fleet. Okay. It's not just the one like you say your player character is on.
No, because of this feat thing down here. You just move like, oh, my ship blew up. Move over, officer. That's mine now.
It's Schrodinger's ship, the last one to get blown up. Well, that's the one you happen to be on. So then I suppose is it a game over, or is it like they capture you and drag you around the sector? And,
so it's actually very lenient to an extent.
Oh, it's
goodbye ship.
Kind of loud there.
If you lose all of your ships, the game will give you a shuttle.
You get a shitty Star Trek shuttle.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a kite or something like that. It's terrible. You don't want to use it.
Might as well reload.
Yeah, honestly, because you'll basically be back to the early game. Yeah, it's going great.
But I mean, we just inadvertently opened hostilities with the hegemony.
Yeah, so all the planets are going to be hostile now.
Like they're not gonna try to capture us and put us in space jail.
No, they just blow us up whenever they see us.
Okay.
They might do something more, maybe eventually. Who knows? You'd have to ask Alex if he has any plans. But I'll just show off blowing up all the ships so we can see what kind of ship type you get. Oh yeah. There's 2 Vulcans.
Now, how about our oh dear. How about our reckless officer? Is he dead?
They can die.
Can die. Okay. Death is a possibility for them.
Yep.
Yes, he barely escaped.
Yep, and then eventually you get like a random ship or 2. Yep, so we got a kite and a combat freighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's our crew for both of these? 15 looks like. No, not 15. That's supplies. I'm sorry.
50 maximum here.
35.
And 30 maximum here. So, yep, we got some crew, we got some fuel, we got some supplies. And
who the hell signed up for this?
And now we have a hegemony hostile to us.
Can we eject our crew?
The officer survived. You
Oh, cool.
you can inject anything you want.
You can eject the crew? No, no, no.
Get out of here.
Okay, everyone into the airlock.
Time to leave. Yeah, as you can see now the hegemony will chase me because we attacked
no.
the star station and made them upset.
So then, the crew, quote, cargo, end quote, does that cost you upkeep?
That's money, just money.
You just one and done. I see.
And monetary upkeep, I believe.
Ah, that's
like
what I meant.
A monthly cost in money.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
All
like,
right. Well, let's. Oh.
Supplies, but no.
No. I meant when I said crew cargo. Well, because crew seems to be considered cargo, which is kind of dark, but okay.
As you can see, a very small fleet. We get pretty small detection range, so it's like you have to be around here in order to see us because we're in a nebula in the dark. But yeah. Okay, time to load up all the mods. Every single
all the
one.
mods. You go do that. I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, this is gonna take a moment.
Yep.
Good. It did just snap to showing this. Excellent. Guy gets back. Let's just watch some explosions. Oh my. Okay, that's better. Kind of.
Ah, the benchmark.
Okay. So I'm just going to show it off. So we now have all the mods enabled, which means we get
See, that's
next
not
villain,
very- Okay.
which
Okay.
is that Conquest mod I told you about.
Essentially a 4X game. Ah. Just so you know, screen sharing on Discord gets disabled when you quit the game.
All right.
I'm just looking at the stream at the moment.
That's with sound.
Yes, yeah, be careful.
Everything good?
Yep,
Okay.
should be fine.
So yep. Basically just saying this is kind of a 4X game now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just going to show the options here. And there's quite a few of them. You can randomize the core worlds. So instead of that pre-made sector that we saw, it will just be into random stuff. And this really doesn't have anything in it. can enable faction respawning.
Hmm?
And the second
Lords
option,
returning from exile, etc.
this option doesn't really do anything unless you do random sectors, which you can decide whether or not a faction appears in it at the start. You can randomize how factions feel about each other, and then you can randomize your starting ships. This is the easy mode that we saw. And you can enable this, which Starsector used to be called Starfarer, and I think it was a bit harder back then. It's been a long time, so I don't really remember. But yeah, as you can see, half salary, more aggressive factions, half insurance. Now, we could decide if we want to join a faction, or, well, we could be our own if we decide to use random starting sectors, or we can be just on our own.
So can we start on our own and then decide to join up with a faction, or are we locked to our own faction?
I think you can still join. You have to just go up and say, hey, I want a commission with you. So, we've got some more factions now.
We sure do.
Got the ARS, the Coalition. These guys, Diablo Avionics. Which, if anyone's ever played Front Mission, would recognize pretty quickly. They're a company in Front Mission, which you know what Front Mission is famous for. That's right, Wanzers. Wanzers in space.
That's right, Wanzers. Yeah.
So that's this guy.
That's right.
This faction's gimmick.
The Xenogears.
This faction's gimmick.
Go on.
And down here we got the Mycerian Navy, which is that faction I told you that the hegemony blew up.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of the Wanzers in space, still with their legs, just kind of kicking to propel themselves.
They have thrusters. They have rockets. And this is the faction I told you that has the gimmick ship, the hammer. Neutrino. Got Noir.
Those guys are okay.
The ORA, I'm pretty sure, is
the Aura.
Cyanation. And down here you got Shadow Yards. And so far on R&D. Shadow Yards is pretty high, well respected in terms of quality. Neutrino is also pretty cool. Diablo is pretty popular because, again, Wanzers in space, their whole thing is carriers. Pretty much all their ships above a destroyer have a fighter bay, a Wanzer bay.
Yep. Oh.
I'm not
anyone modded in the Gundams yet?
There was a Gundam mod for 0.8. It wasn't super huge, and I'm pretty sure it's abandoned.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna load a game.
Okay.
Not sure why it's saying compatibility. Oh, it's because I disabled rebalance pylon. That should be okay.
Level 51, huh?
Yeah, that's because of one of the mods. Normally the level limit is 50.
Oh. So this is to go even further beyond.
So, one of the cooler mods is a version checker, which tells you if all of your mods are up to date. They updated next Rebellion. Oh well. If I updated that, it would probably break this save. Oh well. That's fine.
So nuts to it.
And it even like lets you go to the mod index forum thread and just list mods that failed updates, or with the updates, or without updates.
Well, all right.
That's pretty cool. So I started the Myosurans because I just felt like it. Why not?
Okay.
And I found I
That's a good reason.
went out and surveyed. By which I mean I control clicked around the sector until I found one, a star system that I liked, and I just settled basically all of it because this is my I wanted to show off the late game in this. So we have a lot of skills, including the maximum level of this, which gives us something called the transverse jump, which normally you have to go into these gravity wells in order to get out of hyperspace. But
we have Joker.
But we have Joker, so we can do this. Takes a few seconds, and in you go.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's super useful, incredibly handy. So, let's see. We'll just pop over to the capital, New Mysore. It's an alkali world, and it turned out to be habitable, so I went in and took it. So, plants can have a shitload of modifiers, and they can affect the stuff you can get out of it. Like, let's see, for example, this world has sparse wear and normal ore deposits, which reduce the maximum production by 1, but you can still get something out of it. It also has widespread ruins, which is a thing. You build special buildings to take advantage of that, and as you can see, it makes a ton of shit. Get refined metals, heavy machinery, fuel, and supplies.
Wow.
Normally, it's a bit more of a thing to get all of that. But the other really good thing about those, is it will dump extra shit that it finds into storage for you to just say, I want this. And sometimes
dump all these people into your storage.
And sometimes it will find one of these. An alpha core.
Wow.
So there are 3 levels of AI cores you can find: Gamma, Beta, and Alpha. A Gamma is basically useless in terms of helping you out because of the way production works.
It can play chess.
It can beat you at chess every single time, and that's all it does.
Okay.
Betas are more useful because the thing gammas do is they reduce demand of a building by 1. Beta cores will also reduce the upkeep of the building by 50%, except in Nextwellian, which reduces it to 25%, I believe. Because the colonies are incredibly overpowered right now, and I'm getting like over $1 million a month from this single system, which I've colonized 6 planets.
He works from home and is a millionaire. Hegemony hates him.
Now, alpha cores are what you want, because they also do a special thing depending on what building you put them into. You can also decide to say, you just control this entire planet. Secretary Alpha Core.
Great idea.
For now it is.
Self-aware oh no.
So, when you deal with colonies, you can either personally govern them, which means the skills you have are what are applied to the colony, or you can have an administrator handle them. Alpha cores are always level 3. You can hire administrators who may not have that good of a skill, but I don't think, from what I've seen, they don't appear to count against your administrator limit. So you can just pop them in wherever. I can't wait to
Okay.
see what Alex does to counter that. So you can build a ton of buildings on a colony, and I can't build any more on this one because I filled it out, which means it's not perfect to show off. Let's see this one. Yeah. So each structure has a build time, cost, and upkeep. Base upkeep is what the building actually costs, but hazard level of the colony increases upkeep cost. So this one, for example, is very cold and has extreme weather patterns, but it's habitable, so it's not as bad.
Nippy.
Yeah, just a bit nippy. So this is only 125% maintenance instead of 100%. Whereas New Myasura is 75%, so it gets an upkeep cost reduction, which means it's great for slapping all your orbital industries and light industries and all those really high, super expensive buildings on. So you asked if there are levels of star bases, and there are, in fact. See if I can find one that does not have a star base. This one does. This one does. Most of them probably will. This one does not. So you can see all these are just buildings you can build, but orbital stations, you have this second list to choose from.
Okay.
So I think I'm not sure if you can build them yet, but so far only like Shadow Yards and Noir and Looters in Lana State have their own unique stations. Low tech, midline, and high tech are the base game stations, and it basically just affects the layout and what weapons they have.
Of course.
Now, one thing you can do with AI alpha cores is put them into your space station, and that will increase their combat effectiveness, which I assume means they have skills instead of just being a blank slate. You put them into your military base to increase their fleet size, which is up here. Your fleet size influences, well, as you can see, there are a bunch of fleets flying around. Those are my fleets that the planet produced.
Oh. You don't necessarily control them.
No. As far as I can tell, you cannot control them at all. Yeah. Yeah. And because they're your faction, they will never make a hissy fit about you not having transponders on, because everyone knows you. You own them.
They'll get annoyed, it looks like, but they won't get pissy.
Yeah. They won't go after you and then try to attack you. So let's see if I can remember how exactly production works. So, one unit you would expect to be like, oh, it's just one unit, you export it, and that's it. That's exported. The way it actually works is it's basically an order of magnitude. So, a size 6 colony is exporting like 3 units of food. That's like, so a size 6 colony is considered to be millions.
Okay.
Like 6 zeros or whatever. It can supply as many units of demand of that good as possible. It's not just one unit, it can export that one thing and cover one demand period. Across all colonies and so on. Because it's an order of magnitude of production, I believe is how it works. So that means reducing demand costs you money if you can fulfill that demand.
Reducing demand costs money.
costs money if you can fill that demand with some production. Because it's one
is there
less
an upside
thing
to it then?
buying your stuff. No, unless you cannot produce it and you have to import it. That's the only case where reducing demand is profitable for you. Which means gamma cores, which only reduce demand, are a bad thing to have. Unless you're in the early stages of making a colony system, a network of colonies. It's I don't know, maybe it feels weirder than it is to me, but it feels very confusing to me. It's very, very odd. But that's how production works, at least. Stability tends to actively influence how much money you get. Let's see. You can spend money to stabilize things, which will counteract recent unrest, up to a point at least. There's ground defenses, and pretty self-explanatory what would influence that and what it would work against. Accessibility is basically how easy it is to get to and from your colony, and that influences how much you can import and export. Higher is always better. It can go probably infinitely. There's growth rate, which you can influence by spending money, a lot of money depending on how big the colony is. You can declare a colony a free port, which means goods that are normally illegal, like I think there's like a base list somewhere that says like harvested organs and recreational drugs are illegal. So normally you would not get any income from importing and exporting those, obviously, but a free port will, and it increases your growth rate because hey, this plant allows this and that, so it's a great place to live. It reduces your stability by a flat amount, but will gradually ramp up in how much of a growth bonus it gives. You see, it's plus 25, so it's pretty significant. You can see, I think the dev mode shows you like the breakdown of populations. Yeah, here. Maybe that will mean something at some point? Question mark. But now it's just a dev thing. So my fleet is slightly bigger in this universe.
Yeah, in both ways. I see.
These are Myasuran ships. They're, for the most part, except for these gray ones, the blue ones, and this one. This is not. This is a lane state.
Okay.
That means they get a special mod, which does a bunch of shit. Which basically boils down to the fighters are better, or at least cheaper. Yeah, they're faster to refit, but the ship itself costs more maintenance supplies. I think that's enough talking. So let's.
Yeah, let's see some stuff. Show, don't tell. Well, tell, but by all means, 'cause I'm lost. So, but
I don't know why, but it's not showing the Myasurans in the faction list. But we're at war with Diablo.
Fuck those guys. And their shitty Walmart.
One of the things the AI will do in the base game is it will send expedition fleets at your colonies if they become too big and rich because you're disrupting the balance of the sector or whatever. and they'll try to blow you up. Some factions that don't like AI cores also send inspection fleets, which are basically just war fleets, to take all your AI cores. You can blow those up too if you're hostile to the faction, or you can fly over there and bribe them before they leave for your colonies.
Right.
Usually not too expensive, but it can be. So because we have Nextwellen installed, you're going to see a lot of diplomacy events pop over here. The invasions are all Nextwellian. Can't do that in the base game. The AI factions will not. Oh.
Pirate raid.
And they're raiding the Prussians. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
We're allied.
We're
with the
running low on
Prussians.
supplies. We need you to go and get 5 space cows.
Oh no, I'm going so slow. So hyperspace can have storms, and storms will push you, but will also damage your ship.
Oh,
So kind of a risk reward, I guess. If you have the supplies for it, they're not that dangerous. They will also reduce your combat readiness because, well, ship blew up.
so can you name your ships?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. You can also rename what type they are.
Okay.
That's your entire question?
Yeah.
I understand.
Can't have a snappy line for everything, you know.
I understand. So,
There's a lot of purple here.
so the purple are storms. The black of purple is just open hyperspace. And one final storm. Aha.
Oh,
Well, that's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships.
oh dear.
Yep.
Uh.
So I was about to say the Diavolo invaded me, or I attacked him last night, and I ran into this thing. I increased the fleet size cap from 30 to 60 because more
Oops.
ships is better. I don't think we have the numbers to take these guys on, so I'm just gonna cheat my way around them a little.
Yeah. Control click. Control click.
Because I want to find a good, fun fleet to fight, not something that's going to be extreme bullshit. Mark II.
Those guys are party foulers, party poopers. No one wants to party with them. Get out of here.
Oh, we're at war with the Shadow Lords. Where's mostly located? I guess one of the things that kind of annoys me is there's no like faction space in hyperspace. You gotta hover over the things to see who controls what. Because I mean, there's nothing in hyperspace, so nobody can control it. So there's no bases or anything like that. Huh. I think the Shagros has been getting its shit wrecked because they're supposed to have more stuff than just one place. Huh. Yeah, they. So the hegemony is getting fucking annihilated in this. They lost Aslan, which means they lost their pristine nanoforge. And by
fuck
lost,
the hegemony.
and by lost I mean it's just gone. It's not there anymore. It got eaten by something. Because the world was destabilized. Because it was massively unstable for some reason. The Starsector isn't super stable as it stands. It's fun though.
You don't say.
See if the Shadow Yard has anything, because I went around here earlier last night. Yeah, this was seen a lot of shit. Let's check in on its stability.
Okay.
Ah, 0 you say, from -21 because of recent unrest. Well, I'm pretty sure this is its capital too.
Not for long.
Because it was invaded by Sylphon, R&D. Well,
R&D.
we could go kick around the Luddic path. See, do you guys have anything for me to fight? No? No, not really, no. I guess I will say that I am mildly responsible for the state of things, because a lot of the mod factions are special snowflakes. Diablo especially is guilty of this, and Shadow Lords to a smaller extent, in that Diablo has a bunch of buildings filled with alpha cores, and they have pristine nanoforges. When this canon that Alex establishes that the only recovered pristine nanoforge is in the hegemony, and that's kind of their thing, is they have that. That's why they're so dangerous. Okay. So I gave them corrupted nanoforges over there, and wow.
Oh.
Frame rate sure took a giant shit for some reason. What is going on? 7 FPS. Okay.
Must be something big.
It might be a big battle somewhere.
So that's a good question. How does this game handle off-screen fights that you are not participating in?
Pretty well. There are sadly no three-way battles, but
Sorry.
You can see.
I meant, like, in what way does it do it? Does it do?
Yeah, no,
You just
I
gave
know
me
you
the
meant.
fucking Star Trek answer. How does the teleporter work? Very well.
I was getting to it. If you're going to let me.
Sorry. I will happily allow you. Please continue.
Nah, I don't feel like it. So you can see when two fleets are fighting each other, you can see like the combat readiness of all the ships, and they'll steadily tick down, and occasionally like, oh, that ship got blown up and it turned into a derelict. Maybe you can go over and yoink it for yourself. I don't know what's going on with.
I mean, to be fair, part of your CPU is being used to encode and broadcast the video and audio to sources.
Yeah, but only 7%.
Invade the market!
I mean, I could
Wait,
invade
what?
these pirates. Yeah, so colonies are called markets because that's what Nextwell uses to judge faction strength, is the size of their markets.
I see.
So this is a size 3 colony, so it's a size 3 market. And I have a bunch of marines, so we're just gonna go in and take all this. Yep, that's mine. And now this is my colony. I'm gonna put an AI core in charge of it because I didn't bother taking any skills, and I'm just gonna learn that. Yeah, this is very weird. I did have some slowdown last night, but that was in a major battle, as I mentioned. See, there are ongoing invasions, so that might be part of it.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, the Syndrian Dictat is in this system, so that might be the reason. Let's go in here and just poke around the Diablo's backyard. Yep, there's a bunch of the fleets. It's up here. Ah, yes, here they are. So this is the next Wellian invasion fleet. There tends to be a lot of them. It used to be like a single grand invasion fleet, but now that it has the colony system, now invasion fleets are like fucking enormous. Because for every military base you put in a colony, you can get fleets out of it. So they of have to like force multiply the whole thing all the way down.
Snowball effect there.
So we're just gonna trail the Dictat because they're our allies. Yep, they engaged this station. This station is extremely fucked.
Then in this case, Mountain Blade has a soldier limit in battles. So how about this game's their ship limit in battles?
Deployment is what it uses to limit everything.
I see. What if there are, like in this case, a shitload of one side's fleets attacking another fleet?
I think too late.
Oh.
Yeah, they took it. It will, like I said, it will, based on fleet sizes, air the deployment points towards one side or the other.
Okay. Okay, so it's like the tactics skill and
tactics and like
based on the battle advantage.
Yeah, it's battle advantage.
Dear.
Hey, if you had a choice, which of these ships would you pilot? We got this heavy battle cruiser, this assault battleship. Got this broadside focused battle cruiser. Got some destroyers and.
I'd probably take the big chunky boy right there, fourth one from the left.
Uh-huh.
The Blue Star, yeah. Hey, all right.
Let's see.
Do any of these have fighter bays so I can go launch all fighters?
Most of them actually have.
Like. Oh, okay.
So why don't you fire up Parsec?
Oh, hell yeah. Let me get that ready. Do I need a controller?
No.
Okay.
If you had Joy to Key, you could use a controller.
Son of a bitch. You were waiting for this. Now I see why you wanted to show this off so badly.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So,
a second
your keys will be all in the numpad, unless you want me to change that. Which would require me editing a text file, which may or may not require a reload. I'm not sure.
Good.
Okay, so.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Party. I should already be in the party now. It says computer machine is off.
Let's see. You are currently offline.
Am I?
Let
me see.
It says you're offline.
Okay, 1 second then. I will actually click on the online button.
There you go. Is invited to your party.
Okay. You can't play on computer machine while you're in the party. Alrighty then.
Aww.
I will leave the party and then click play. There we go. Oh, this is gonna have sound. I better. If I can.
No idea.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's fine. Hold on. I'll just lower that a little bit. Alright, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not sending it to B2, which the stream should still
Oh,
be able
good.
to hear it, but you won't.
Let me check. Yes.
Okay, good. So,
Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh, alright. Alright, where am I?
we're gonna be in battle, so your keys will be
Oh, I see them.
turn left to right on numpad 4-6.
Oh,
Strafe left
do I
to-
need to turn on numlock?
Maybe.
I'll
think
turn it
so.
on and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you turn it off? Accelerate is 8.
It
Back-
lights up. It's
Mm.
annoying.
Accelerate backwards
Sorry.
is 2. Strafe left
Okay.
and right is 7 and 9. Fire is 0.
Okay.
Toggle auto fire is multiply. Your vent is on divide.
Asterisk.
Mhm.
Okay.
Toggle shield is on add. Hold fire is on subtract. And your special is on decimal.
Delete.
Next target is on 1.
Okay. I don't got it, but let's go.
Alright, here we
That's a
we
lot of
go.
Okay.
Let's hope we can put you in. Yeah, we can put you in and nothing else.
Oh.
We can put some destroyers in.
Okay.
Let's hope I did this right. So I'll just take control of this thing.
Where am I? I can't see
You're
you.
coming in. Are we coming in? We might have bumped into some ships. Hold 8, maybe? Here comes one ship.
That is. Yeah, that is what I'm doing.
I'm not
right
sure
now,
if I even
just to
did
be
it
sure.
right. Yep, there's one. Okay, where you're back there. You're big and slow, so
That's right. Chunky boy. Oh, load, I'm coming.
try moving.
Yep, there I am. That's me. I think it's working. Let's see. If I hold. That's. Hold on. What did you say? What button did you say was firing?
0. Not working?
I almost want to say that it's working, but maybe I'm just such a slow boy that it's not. I don't know.
Try turning numpad off.
Okay.
And unlock.
Let's see.
Nothing.
Now is this oh,
Should be working like immediately.
see, I don't really notice anything.
Yeah, if it's not firing anything, then
Okay. Like there's no option or anything you gotta turn. Okay.
no. It's just you just add player 2 to that ship's name.
Case sensitive or anything weird like that.
Nope. Keys.
Just modify the variant of a ship in your fleet to be named player number. You added it to the end instead of just overwriting it, I think.
You just need to add it to the ship's
Oh,
name
okay.
on the refresh screen.
Alright then.
Yeah, it should. I mean, that interface thing popped up, so it should be working.
Oh. I didn't notice it. Okay.
Yeah, the little. Also, yeah, it's
I'm pressing buttons.
not
I'm
the
pressing
best when
buttons. Nothing I could do.
it's in the, when it's very crowded like this.
Okay, alright, let's see.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working.
So, are you absolutely certain about this naming thing? Well, you said the interface thing came up,
That's,
so okay.
that's what it's, yeah, that's what it says on the mod page.
I didn't notice that. I noticed it just said change the name to player number, but
I mean, you're player 2.
that's right. That's me. Number 2.
Happens if I transferred it. That interface goes away. If I transfer out,
Where on the screen is this interface you're talking about?
I see it. It's like it's right next to your hull and so on. You don't see the diamond and the 1 with the 2 pluses?
So that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, that's the multiplayer mod.
Well, remember, I've never played this, so I didn't know what to look for. Okay. Oh yeah, add player 2 to that ship's name. Yeah.
Yeah, did you find the mod page?
Well, I'm looking at your screen right now.
Oh.
I was looking at that one that says features, mission support, modify the variant of a ship to be named player number.
That's I
you're
forgot
using-
I have to just share my monitor for this to work.
Right.
Probably should have tested this.
Meh. It was a neat surprise, at least the fact that this exists.
Yeah, when I saw it, I'm like,
Exactly.
well, I guess I'm showing Goodguy this, but
What if I click? I want to click things. Yeah, take that! Yeah!
Well,
Ha ha ha! Take that!
well, you're auto firing at least.
Oh. Oh, I thought I had stumbled on it.
No, no.
Trying to click.
No, there's no mouse support, I guess, because that would make it incredibly difficult. Keep in sync with something.
Right.
Maybe it's Parsec?
Possibly. Oh. Let me just, quick. Parsec. Remap controller. I mean, what if Parsec doesn't allow keyboard things to come through? That's the only thing I could think of. That's it.
Yeah, I don't
Let's see here.
remember where.
we've only done this for Berseria, so let's see.
Yeah,
Parsec,
that was only
keyboard,
um,
let's.
I think I enabled keyboard on Parsec now.
Aha. Okay. Let's give it a go.
Try it again. Yep, there you go.
Oh, I mean, it could be auto firing. Let's see.
You're turning.
Nope. It's working. It's working.
Yep. turn
Right,
the other
look
way.
at this. Look at me go.
Turn the other way.
Look at me go.
You're
it's
showing your
okay.
engine.
It's all right. I'll turn the other way eventually. Hang on a
okay.
second. This is all part of my strategy. I'll intimidate them with my acrobatics.
I
See,
recommend
now I'm in.
turning on your shield.
Okay.
Plus. Yep. Plus.
There it is. Yeah, I got my shield up now. Can't touch me. All
Yeah,
right,
careful
I'm
touching
going
other
in.
people's with your shield, because you'll bump them. Oh god.
Yeah, fuck you, asteroid. I'm gonna shoot that asteroid.
No, don't turn that way.
Oh, I can't stop turning that way. It's alright, I have point defense controls. I mean, weapons.
Uh-huh. No, well, that flips you all the
maybe
way
I
up.
Maybe I should back off a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm gonna back off a little bit.
I mean, you
It's
got
alright,
support.
I'm only halfway. Fine, shield's disengaged.
Careful turning that down, because you never know when a torpedo might be coming by. If you also you
torpedoes,
see
do I
a
have those?
torpedo with a red after a burning trail, shield up immediately, because that's a Reaper.
Oh. Ah, yes, Reapers.
4,000 damage in your face. If I'm just gonna be your escort.
I don't need it.
This laser this ship is firing says otherwise. Alright, Vonzas. See those guys? Those are Vonzas.
Oh. Okay, let's see here.
Fucking
Huh?
AI ship. Stop it.
Guess I launched something there.
Yes, you do have limited ammunition for missiles.
Oh, okay. Remind me, button to switch weapons I'm using.
That is... Select group is return.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing. Looks like it. Yep, there you go. Most
Yeah,
of your
that's an ally.
Yep.
Oops.
Most of your guns should be on auto fire, because there's way too many guns on battleships to take personal control of. Usually the only thing that's on manual are missiles and torpedoes. Also, that's the edge of the map.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it stopped?
Did you say that's the edge of space?
Edge of this space.
Okay. Get out of the way, asteroid. Yeah, take that. Ah, get out of the way of my bullets.
I am, but he's not.
Oh, that fool.
Yeah, yeah. Push that shit in. Yeah.
Take that, outnumbered enemy.
That's how you win battles.
Launch all fighters.
Ah, that's a battle.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay. Notice my flux. It's fine. I'm okay.
Husky unit, cover the base.
Okay, the AI is really good about providing cover when it notices you're on high flux. Speaking of which...
Bulldog unit, don't let anything through.
The Bonzer.
What's this button do? Whoops.
It's okay,
My bad.
It's okay, I have a skill that lets me vent hard flux at 10% of my normal rate. Also, your officer is also pretty high level too.
I couldn't tell.
Level 13.
Very nice. What's this do?
That lowers your shields and it activates your burn drive, which is your special.
Rabbit speed!
Being ram speed, oh god. Yep. Yep. Okay, yep. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
What are you worried about? We're fine.
You say that.
Well, that flux bar is looking a little high. Maybe I will back off a little bit.
Back off to where? You're behind enemy lines. Stop. Stop. AI. You're gonna vent. Don't let it. Don't let it fill up. Don't let.
How do I vent?
Divide.
Divide. Oh yeah, vent all of that flux right at that enemy. Yeah, take that.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, unload him to him. Don't let it explode without your shields up. That will cause damage. Don't mind me, just protecting your engines. Oh god, the pain.
You're fine.
Oh god, the
That guy ain't,
flux.
Oh, flux. Whoops. You just get rid of that.
Hmm? Yeah, careful, because your ship's actually very bad at preventing flux. Good capacity level.
It seemed pretty fine there. I mean,
It
vented it pretty quick.
it's pretty slow actually. You'll feel it when you're in the middle
see.
of battle. So yeah, put
Oh,
him in
okay.
the corner.
This thing just does not want to die for whatever reason.
Oh, it is one of the heaviest ships. Also, something I really like is how like there are like battle lines that form before the fighting starts.
Yeah.
Kind of saw it for a moment when we were flutzing with the controls. And a lot of Diablo ships tend to have flicker cores, which is why the ship keeps popping away like that.
Oh, this is getting us nowhere. Ramming speed!
Well,
Now's
he's
our chance. They're venting their flux.
Yep.
Haha! Take that.
I mean, your ship has really good armor, so that's not the worst thing you could do. Uh-oh.
Oh, whoops!
Uh-oh.
I should probably get out of here.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? Uh-oh! I've seen worse.
You say that.
Now they're in perfect range for all of my batteries.
Yep, they sure are. Okay, you got buddies. Also, auto-firing guns tend to target whatever you have actually targeted, which is why I try to keep cycling the targets.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. I see.
they're
Only you
running.
can determine the targets.
Maybe don't show
oops,
your
That guy's shooting me.
your engine to the sky.
Oh, whoops! That's an enemy. Get out of my way!
Yep, they're running. Let's see, anything left? There's this poor sucker over here. He's fucked.
Where? Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. Ramming speed. Everyone out of the way. Move it, buddy. I got places to be.
Oh, he's dead. Let's see.
Oh.
This guy down here.
Alright, so about my special, how often am I allowed to activate this? Where's the
If
cooldown?
you were
I
being
don't see it.
controlled, it would show it like right here, but since it doesn't, I
Oh,
think
by the
it's
way,
one
I
of
cannot
the
see
diamonds.
your mouse cursor on Parsec.
Oh yeah, I don't have mouse cursor enabled. It wouldn't matter because co-op does not allow mouse cursor. Because there's only one.
Oops.
Only one.
Yeah, there we go. See, it went fine.
Mhm.
I see this does the same thing as Mountain Blade, where the battle's not necessarily over yet.
Yes, so after each round of battle, a fleet can decide to disengage, and then the other fleet can decide to pursue or not. And the Syndrians, because they massively outnumber Diablo, has decided to pursue. So, the unfortunate thing is, I can't really change your thing in the middle.
Oh,
Who you control in the middle of battle, so
I see.
we're just gonna go
Okay.
all in.
Yeah, of course.
Who cares about supplies?
Let's
Also,
see.
officers have
I believe I-
have quips.
See me on the radar there.
You're right here. Yep, you're facing towards me.
That's right. I'm coming to join.
Uh-huh. I think the diamond might be your special.
Oh, there I am. Okay. All right.
Yep, you just stay on your side of the line, buddy.
Gotcha.
Just keep in mind, I'm a broadside battleship, so I'm going to spin when I encounter an enemy.
All right, chums. Let's do this.
Yep, that diamond's your special.
Leroy.
I'm glad you picked this ship.
It's just the perfect ship for me.
Also, there's no way in hell we're actually going to catch them in a pair of battleships.
Oh, you
use
say
the
that.
burn drive
Here I
again.
go.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Charge. No brakes in space.
Something going on over there.
Yeah. Okay, so the camera's. What does the camera try to
Mouse.
focus on more? Are you okay?
It's
So
trying to
you're
focus on the
manually
mouse.
moving it.
Because that's where all weapons were aimed.
Well, let's take a look at the tactical map and see where these guys are.
You'd have to let go of whatever you're holding.
I'm not holding anything anymore. Let me just.
Well,
Yeah, sorry. I'm not holding any buttons down now.
mhm.
So. Okay,
Well,
I'm sorry.
so
Never
much
mind
so-
that.
oh, there we go. Whatever you did worked. So
I think
here's-
you clicked out of it and clicked back in.
Ah, okay. Whatever
Okay,
works.
so we're looking
You're
for
here.
me. You are here.
I am here.
Okay.
The enemy is red.
It's a race. It's a race.
Hmm?
I'm winning. Ah, so they're that way?
That way and more up here. You are here.
Well, alright then, here I go. Everyone out of the way. I got people to blow up.
Yeah, the AI is pretty good at getting out of the way when you activate burn drives.
Oh, that idiot's charging again. Evasive maneuvers.
Exactly.
Oh, so should I be holding the button down or pressing it rapidly?
It depends.
I guess I see
on
that
the
green
weapon.
square.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the green square is your weapon. Yep, and that's why you don't flux out, because then you
Huh? Oh.
overload, and you can't fire
whoops.
anything or raise your shields for up to like 12 seconds.
I might need some assistance here.
Yeah, your armor took some hits. I'm here. Okay, Dad's here. Big brother is here.
Right, going to shoot. Ah, he's out of range. Yep. And I'll just have to get in range. Oh, excuse me, coming through. Well, actually, this might not have been a good idea. No such thing. Let's go.
It's fine.
Yeah, you just try and shoot me.
It's fine. You made him use all his flicker charges. I'm slowly coming up on the rear. So that big weapon group should be auto fire. One of them will be your torpedoes or missiles.
Just
I think you have.
back up a little bit here.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Got this big ass point defense, keeping you safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotta say, yeah, this combat's a lot more involved than I expected. I was expecting RTS,
Yeah,
but it's only partially that.
yeah. It's like I said, it's pretty Mountain Blade in space.
So these guys can blink.
Yeah, because they're
Really
special.
close range weapon.
They also have anti-missile missiles. Yeah, I think. You know, when you need more missile.
Let's see. What weapon group is this? I have limited of it, whatever it is.
I think that's your missiles.
Oh, I think I get it now. Those dots in front of my ship. That's
Yeah,
the
that's your
range of these weapons.
Yeah, that's your weapon arc. You can see in front of mine too.
Oh, it's not necessarily range?
It is.
Okay.
It's your full arc and range.
Oh, so I'm kind of wasting these and switch.
Yeah, and, the general advised tactics is try to overload their shields, and then that's when you hammer them with torpedoes and missiles, because they can't fire the point defense. Yeah, that Ranzer got fucked, and somehow
Something
he
seems to have
overloaded.
happened.
Oh,
I am no longer controlling my ship, and you just cut out on Discord. I better check my internet.
oh, I can still hear
you
you.
muted yourself. Inadvertently, most likely.
I didn't even
yeah,
push.
somehow.
Oh, you pushed insert. You pushed insert.
Did I?
You must have. Because that's the
Huh.
only thing I have it bound to. That's weird. Parser still
Oh.
seems okay.
So if I hit ins, that's
You
weird then,
control-
because that should be.
you
no,
control
I have
the-
delete as my. Yeah.
Yeah, you control the keyboard.
Okay, here I go.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? I am hitting the button and it is not responding.
Hmm. That's weird. Oop.
Nice. Oh, I can't seem to stop turning. Okay, we are good now.
I turned it off and on again. You know, the standardly accepted fix for tech support.
Yes. Come on, turn around. We don't have all day.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh man, they exploded without me. How rude.
And just so you know,
Hey, all right. Oh yeah, no, I won't. Didn't plan on intentionally messing with anything,
well, you know.
but yeah, it's a
Just
good
in
idea.
case you rest your feet on your keyboard.
That's right. Face. You're correct.
Some little destroyer ships. So Next Rebellion adds these guys, high value prisoners, which you can turn in for money or relations at factions. Or if you're an asshole, you can sell them into slavery for a lot more money.
I was gonna ask, was there a slave trader?
So another thing,
ransom broker.
So here's another thing you can do with colonies. First off, here's your fleet composition.
Yes.
So depending on what ships you set as prioritize, they will be much more likely to be used. And then you can decide, I want more warships or carriers, how many officers and what quality are they, and each group of tabs will influence the others. So I can't go all in on everything. I have to pick and choose.
Sure. Okay.
I can't decide whether I focused on small ships or big ships. Obviously, go big or go home. And I can decide what kind of aggression level officers I have.
Right. Typical heavy patrol. Typical. Just typical.
And the fleet size is, as I mentioned, determined by your colony. The other cool thing about colonies is you can custom order a ship. And unlike buying it from the market, it will come fully equipped as a variant.
That's good.
That's very good. Your production capacity is based on your markets, how good they are at doing the things, and it will tick over at the end of each month. So if I want another battlecruiser, I could order that up, but if I want another, it would take 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of the basics that I recall.
So that's Starsector. How much is this game?
Oh, let's
30? 40?
Let's go find out.
Wow. It's like a field trip, but not really.
It is currently
$15.
15
wow.
bucks. 15 bucks.
Holy calzone. Shit.
For all this.
I was looking at this and thinking wow. So he's doing, to compare it again to Mountain Blade. That's right. It's like buying Mountain Blade back in the .800 days. The best days. Back when it was
You mean
bigger and swattier.
.632, which is when I bought in. I knew where it was going.
What did I actually buy? I think it was 8.8 because Death Knights were still a thing. Just like patrols of high-level knights that would just murder you for no reason.
They were in .632, I believe, as well. I remember...
I might have played at .6 something first. I don't know.
I still remember, the very first mod was made by a guy called Ancient Wanker. He added...
What a name!
3...
That's the kind of name that sticks with you.
Yeah, he added 3 different kinds of characters, packs to it. One was a bunch of Mongol theme, and another was a bunch of knight themed. And
wow.
I believe it was the same guy, but he went on to make the Lord of the Rings mod for Mountain Blade, which is fucking amazing. And I'm pretty sure he disappeared for whatever reason, but it's still being maintained by other modders. Yeah, and all this, 15 bucks.
Just $15. I forget how much Mountain Blade was. It was around the same, was it not?
Yeah, every major version was another $5 hike.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Then you rebought it anyway when Warband came out, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
It's worth it. It was worth it.
Hey, let's go attack the starbase.
Oh, hell yeah! Sounds like a great way to actually wrap things up here. I got a good idea. And it may or may not involve ramming. Fix my ship, please.
It's just combat
Oh.
readiness.
I don't know what it's on about 50%. I am 200% ready for this.
Well, it's gonna be all you, cause I'm gonna bring in a destroyer to help you out.
Okay, it's alright. I have a plan.
Oh boy. Let me turn on keyboard. Yep, and there you go. Oh, you can also like set a waypoint in just space,
I see.
and you can assign rally points to it. And another thing we didn't really mention at all in that last battle was you might have seen like some points in space that had names under it on the tactical map. You can get like you can get like navigation boost, which will give you like a bonus to fleet speed, top speed.
I saw some jammers.
Sensor jammers will reduce enemy weapon range, and communications will make your command points refill faster.
I see that up there. It says reinforcements. What's that about?
That's this screen.
Okay.
Yep.
Will these be joining the battle after some time or not?
This goes into your deployment points. These are the ships you have not deployed, and these are the ships that are deployed.
Okay. So you can call some in once some points get freed up.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Here I am. There I go.
Oh wait, I have to. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm here. Oh, and because this is a large starbase, there are mines in this space around the starbase. So just be careful when you see a small purple canister appear.
Don't. Okay. This is a bit of a cluster.
Yep. This is a starbase assault.
Alrighty then. I'm just gonna. Whoa! Hey, watch where you're flying.
The AI is very insistent on keeping its shields up when it's in range.
Whoa! Hey. Hang on a second. I'll get it. Trying to strafe, and that doesn't work very well when you weigh 700,000 tons.
Yeah, you're more turning than strafing. Also, so the way starbases work is they are divided into sections. And each section has its own flux and hull capacity. And this starbase has armor plating in front of its sections, in addition to shields.
Turn it off and on again. I think I'm spinning out here. Oh, okay, come on, stop turning, stop going. This was not my plan, by the way.
Sure.
Come. Oh goodness. It just is not. Let me see. Hit return. It changed my weapon group, so it should be working. Not sure why I'm having so much trouble with it.
You're very big and slow, is what is going on.
Let me just get situated here. Okay. All right, now we're in business. Maybe.
Oh, you hit a mine.
Okay. Oh, hey, that I don't like that.
Yep.
Stop that.
Keep your shields. Be very careful, because you flux out very easily. But this reckless officer tank
my way.
for you. Careful, there are mines. Mine.
All right, now's my chance. No, get out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, by the way, you're muted on Discord again.
Ah!
Oh no, I can't see. There I am. Alright. Taking some very minor hull damage, but it's fine.
It's fine. This is going exactly as I expected.
Okay.
It's okay. This is just a dictat. No one gives a shit about them. Got your back, buddy. Oh god, it's targeting me.
It sure is.
Mine! Mine!
Where? No,
Behind you.
mine! Oh,
Okay, I took it for
yours.
you. Another mine!
Where?
Okay, I took it.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, just shoot
oh,
it.
jeez, mine!
Just
Mine! Ah!
No! No! You fool! Okay, you're taking hull damage now. You're
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, I think I'm gonna skedoodle out of here before I get
no, don't show your engine.
vaporization-alized.
You're gonna reverse. Not gonna skedoodle anything
It's okay.
without any engines.
No, it's okay. I'm good. Just slightly scalded.
The repair.
Alright, so
bill.
how are we doing? Are we winning?
Yes, kind of. Yeah, it's taking damage. You can see it. It lost its armor plating up here, kind of.
You probably told me, but is there a hotkey for stop all movement? Just break.
I think for you it's like 2 or something.
Yeah, that's reverse. Let's go the opposite direction. Oh.
Let's see. Decelerate is numpad 5.
Figured. Flux. I'm kind of down here. I know you're all the way up there.
Yeah,
Let me get back in camera range.
Gonna try to maneuver down. Oh, yeah, so I've got like high energy focus, which means I think it makes my guns do more damage. Oh god, the pain!
Decelerate.
Ah, protect me, Knight!
Intensify the forward firepower!
So yeah, when you start like taking ship damage to the hull, you can get your weapons disabled for a while.
I see.
And also mines are appearing behind you.
It's okay. It's out of range, see?
Nope,
Oh,
it hit you.
well, that tingled a little bit, but I'm fine. Mostly.
Ow, ow.
It's alright, no one important was there anyway. We've still got our shopping mall. We're fine.
There comes another.
There's an... Give me some maneuvers!
No, there's another in front of you. Okay, that's no time, Ranger.
Take this?
It's taking it. I think it's gonna give it back pretty soon.
It's alright, I'm just moving in to protect this person.
Yep, I'm sure they appreciate it. Oh, God. Turn. Strafe. Uh-oh. Okay, yep. Too fast, a little too heavy. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I know what this art style reminded me of. Is that game, Gratuitous Space Battles. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's alright. It's kind of like this if you had literally no control over the combat, which...
And it wasn't as detailed.
Oof.
I said it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. The ship, quote, designer, end quote, was just, this ship has 3 slots. Put things in the slots.
Got a ton of
And it
options
was
with this.
literally just, this is the opposing fleet. Make a fleet to fight it.
Yep, this fleet is probably overtuned to what you can produce, so have fun.
Yep.
You having fun back there?
I'm just taking a break.
I understand. You're at half hull, half health too.
Don't really have any really long-range weapons. It looks like that's about as long as that gets.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's something she said.
Your
Let's
ship is
see.
actually a capture from the Land Estate. I didn't have
Aha.
the exact loadout they have. Want to be careful because it might decide to target you.
Yep. Watching out for these mines that just seem to appear out of nowhere.
Yep. It's
Not
like
sure what.
it's like a phased minefield, so they're popping in like out of another dimension.
Oh,
as you do.
that's bogus.
Yeah, you see that ship behind me? That's a phase ship. It's what the mines are doing.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Also, the AI kind of freaks out a little when it uses a phase ship, because it goes like, ah, too fast, ah, too much flux, ah, vent, in rapid succession.
Now, fellas, I appreciate what you're trying to do for me here, but I would like to shoot the ship.
Just trying to keep you alive.
This thing is,
Yep.
this thing sure is not dying.
This is the highest tier of Starbase.
I see.
It's gonna take a beating. That's what it's made for. Oh god.
Yep, that could have been bad.
Good thing your shields aren't super slow like that battleship I was flying. Oh boy, more mines. Okay, I got point. That's what it was made for.
Oop. Flux is still fine.
Yeah, you're getting the hang of it.
Frankly, I'm just kind of picking weapons, not really at random, but I'm still not fully aware of exactly what each one of these is doing differently from the
Yeah,
other.
the problem is... Oh.
Oh?
Fine.
Oh!
Well.
Oh, I see it now. Well,
Uh,
I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, the problem is it doesn't really show you what weapons are linked to that firing group.
These seem to be some kind of missile. They're doing pretty good damage.
Also, I've been out here for so long, my combat rating is now starting to decrease.
Ah, there's a battle fatigue then.
Yes, that's what combat rating is. Oh, there's another mine, more mines.
Where? Oh,
Behind
oh,
you.
okay. Shit.
Yeah, you're taking a beating. I'm gonna try to like be near you because I got
Yeah,
like
if you
a
don't
point
mind.
defense.
Oh, right. You told me missiles now go through friendly ships.
Yes.
There's some mines to your flank. I see those. There's one right there, too. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. No, 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 no. Fuck. Those things suck.
Yeah. I know what they're made for. They suck. Look at those little Avanzas. Look at them.
Yeah. They're
Oh,
adorable, aren't they?
They're so cool. And god are they annoying. That one can transform, by the way. Flux.
Back up, back up.
Flux. Oh god. Super close.
We're too close. Stay on target. It's too close. I think there are some mines behind me.
No, you're okay.
There were.
This one.
Huh? Oh.
It's coming towards you. Oh god.
Ooh, just in time. Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
Those
you're
go through shields.
Oh, do they?
Well, I took damage even though there were shields there, so.
Your shields aren't very, don't have great coverage.
Okay, maybe
Like-
it just looked like it should have covered.
Yeah.
How are we doing, by the way? Is it dead yet?
It's getting there. It's got 2 segments left. I think.
What's its hull rating?
Oh,
Where? Oh, Jesus Christ! God damn these things.
oh, it's targeting you too. You might wanna.
I might need to pull out.
Yeah. I think
Okie dokie.
the real problem here is that Sindri Dictat has shitty weapons.
No. So, what do you think? I might just get out of here. Actually.
I mean, if you want to keep staying, it's honestly not that big a problem. I, on the other hand, have to leave because I'm at risk of malfunctions.
Oh. Well, fine. I'm only at 50. How low is it? There comes another mine. Oh, come on, turn. Distance 10! Unable to evade! Okay.
Oh, and there's an enemy ship.
Fuck this! Move out of the way. I said move out of the
Oh no!
Oh shit!
The mines have no maximum range, by the way. They'll appear across the entire battlefield.
God damn. I'm piecing out before I cost you a really powerful ship. Fuck! Okay. This is garbage! Oh well.
The Cinder and Dictat is garbage.
God damn it. Gunners? Gunners? Stop up here! Okay. Where is the edge of the...
Bottom. We're coming up on it.
Yeah.
When you get there, you hit enter to leave.
There's another mine, but it's okay. I got shields.
Yep. Yep, you're getting a good falling.
What the hell? They home in? Ah!
Yeah. In the
Full
mines.
retreat! Full retreat!
Oh. You can hit enter now, I believe. Oop, you hit the wrong thing.
Oh,
You
whoops.
hit enter too
Well,
many
okay.
times, and we left the battle. It's fine. I think that was
Yeah,
a good.
that's what we wanted.
That was a good outing.
That's a-
anyway. No, no.
Yes,
If you
I need to
leave,
get ready
you
anyway,
can
so-
you can pull in another ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you just switch command.
This
But yeah,
kind
that's-
of owned,
Yeah.
actually.
And this is a very
But,
ad hoc, random showing. Yeah, I
that
love this
kind
game.
of owns. It looks great, actually. Yeah. But, alright.
Alex has said when he hits 1.0, well, not until he hits 1.0 will he consider putting it on Steam because he doesn't want to go through early access hell.
You know, that's what I was gonna wonder was this. This is not on Steam, but
Nope.
I can kind of understand what. Well, yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a much higher quality than a lot of the stuff in early access on
Oh,
Steam
yeah.
right now.
He just wants it to be feature complete, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah,
I
15
don't
bucks.
think you should let that stop him, but he should do what he feels is right. Obviously,
Mhm.
I don't blame him at all. In most cases, so
Yeah, that
$15. Wow.
was Starsector. I think this game is super awesome. Fractalsoftworks.com. Fractalsoftworks.com. Yep. You want to check it out?
All right. Well, thank you for showing this to me. I gotta go eat.
Thank you for
So-
playing. See you all
Sure.
next time.
I'll see you around. I gotta go.